have a good chance of getting to the finals, even with the loss earlier against the national new Lady Bulldogs. Batiin natin pala ng happy birthday ang ating colleague and kasama sa ASCAL si Darren Hartman, who works our games for the ASCALs for ABS-CBN Sports. Belated happy birthday kay Maluneri.
Happy birthday.
She celebrated Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Happy birthday to one of our producers. And si Direk Iyong. Bahala na kayo maghanap kung sino si Direk Iyong. Basta, sabihin nyo, binati ko sa 17-15, UST ahead.
Well, again, Tunay with a free gift, and she gets the point for UST.
Eulalio, checked by Ortiz. Vargas, a rare power tip from Vargas.
But, you know, Ortiz has been doing a good job in checking Eulalio. But Vargas, using her smarts again, gets that.
Vargas, who takes her time always when she serves, on deck as they are chasing UST here in the third.
Good block.
Oh, what an angle by Rojas. Back set to Tunay. Good reflexes by Mela. Lantin. Sorry, that was Lastimosa. And a chance ball again for UST, who will Lantin serve. She goes to Tunay, goes cross court. Oh, Tony Basas is on the floor.
You know,
nagkabanggaan sila ni Mela Tunay.
Don't you just hate these?
Look
at her foot.
I hate looking at her right now because she's in excruciating pain and she's crying obviously from that. You know those tears are not only from the pain, it's you're thinking in your head already na kung makakalaro ka pa kaagad, 'di ba? Alam mo yan, Noreen, at you're an athlete, so that's one of the things that you think about right away. Kung makakabalik ka, it looks like she twisted that ankle. We'll get an update later on. Always a sad thing to see in any sport for that matter, and we pray for the best, and hopefully it's not something that will keep her out.
But you know, she's wearing
season,
she's wearing an ankle brace, so it shouldn't be as bad.
Banggaan sila ni Mela Tunay kanina sa net while everything was happening. And it's always the risk if you're an attacker, if you're a blocker, especially if you are the type of attacker if your approach is always moving forward. Diba? Unlike if you're a running attack. Iba eh. Pagka yung attacker mo open ka and you're always lunging forward, that risk of landing on the ankle, on the foot, of your opponent is always 50-50.
That's true.
It just takes the air out of the building for a while, no, Noreen?
You can feel for the player.
And she has, we talked about her at the top of the coverage, having a breakout season. That's what I think makes it a little tough to swallow, as that serve just dropped in from Micah Ortiz. Now, if you're an FEU player on the court, you have to focus on what's going on. You cannot think about your teammate right now. That I know that sounds insensitive, but there is a job to do, and that is to win the game.
Kaya hindi naman sa kanya, Kevin. Ito lang ang posisyon natin, naririto lang ang bagsak ng ball. Di balik kung dito. Huwag muna tayo na receive. Huwag na receive. Kaya naman na tatlo lang yan, oh. Pag hindi natin receive, wala tayong atakihin. Okay, tulong muna sa receive and then coverage pagka napano tayo. Okay? Oh, target, kaya natin yan. Laban.
UST with a 3-point lead here, 19-16. And by the way, it is Rochelle Bagang who replaces Tony Basas.
I'm looking at her right now. Actually, she's spraying something.
Yeah. But here's on the other side, as Rojas is able to knock this one in, sometimes the injury looks worse than it really is. As we look at Coach Ramil de Jesus, sometimes obviously your initial reaction is pain, and then eventually the trainers do everything that they can do to soothe it, and then after diagnosis, and this is what I'm praying for her, that it's not as serious as it looks.
Yes.
Like, for example, when you saw Phil Cainglet's injury, the first thing you'll think of, that there must have been something broken, fractured, right? It looked so bad. And she looked so bad. She was shaking her head right away, saying no, she can't stand. And then you see her playing again now after like a couple of weeks, and it's always good news to see an athlete come back. So that's what we're hoping for Tony Basas right now, as Eulalio gets it through the block here, as they continue to chase down UST. 18 will be serving 20.
Oh, funny, Boom, you're talking about the injury of Phil Cainglet. I actually caught it in the replay. But when I saw my brother, who doesn't play volleyball, and he was telling me about the injury, then you're saying, is it a fracture? Because it looked like her foot hit like the shin or something like that. And then he was telling me, like, with goosebumps. So I felt for him, like, it's that bad. I gotta see it.
Glad to have her back. Okay, let's get a little bit of an update with Judy Sarrell. Judy, go ahead, please.
Rin, nakausap ko kanina si Tony Basas at sabi niya sobrang sakit daw na nangyari sa kanya. Ayon sa kanya, na-twist daw ang kanyang paa, at ayon rin sa PT, mukhang hindi muna maipapasok si Tony. Kung kailangan na kailangan lang daw, tsaka siya ipapasok. Rin?
And of course, the PT and the coaching staff, I'm sure, all looking out for her career. It's not just about this game now. Sometimes, obviously, her personal career is what you have to look out for. She's a very young junior for the FEU Lady Tamaraos, and that they will diagnose that. They will probably try to figure out if it's just a sprain and what kind of a degree. And we're hoping that it's just that. Pananticla, very productive again. Yes, Noreen.
And they would want to rest her because, I mean, so far this game, it's been close. But if she can't play 100%, might as well rest her because you have more games ahead.
And she might be a liability on the floor anyway.
Also.
Now, Pananticla with 10 points across her name, by the way, as the lead is 3 for UST. Bama, power tip.
No, that was a legitimate tip.
Yep.
UST actually asking for a lift, but nope. There you go. You can see that slow-mo. You can sense, Boom, that this third set has been long, huh?
Well, the last two actually have... the rallies have been very long. And the palitan yung puntos eh. Diba? Parang tit for tat. Vargas changing it up. Lantin, too close to the net. But Pananticla wins the battle anyway for her 11th point.
Pananticla, again, playing well for UST. And, in that joust, obviously, determination is a big factor. And Pananticla really wanted it. You can see the way she celebrated.
She won that pushing battle at the net, 23-20. Coverage and the lack thereof for UST in that sequence.
Well, a miscue there, Pananticla thought, that's why she had a split-second delay in getting that ball. She thought Ortiz was going to move back, so she was waiting for Ortiz to move back, but she never did, so the ball just landed there.
UST can't sleep on this 2-point lead.
That's a good reception.
Yeah, it is. That was a tough serve to handle, huh? Tough serve to handle. But nevertheless, the point goes to FEU. Golden Tigers has called a timeout.
Maganda naman yung receiver. Ha? Ngayon, walang problema ma-block. Bakit namamatay? Kasi yung coverage natin, hindi nyo na-expect. Ready! Maging agresibo ka, ha? Agresibo!
There's nothing more to expound on in that timeout, Coach, especially that last part. Coach Maman pleading to Ortiz.
Who wasn't listening?
To assert herself here in this match. Bagang with a good dig. Ortiz closes the door, but it's still alive. It is Vargas' turn. Ortiz and Banaticla with a free ball to FEU. They open up to Vargas. And again, she's asking for a check. Nope. Vargas. There's only one way to confirm it, at least from our angle. Ooh, one of those tougher ones again. Ay, nako. Let's listen to FEU.
Dalawa lang yan. Isang maganda receive, atake tayo tsaka sa block. Pag na-all natin yan, tapos na yan. Okay? Tandaan nyo, basta walang palo, idadrop. Pag walang palo, idadrop. Pagka maikli yung palo, dito, abangan nyo yung idadrop dyan yung quicker.
Sa magandang receive mo na tayo. Atake tayo ngayon.
Atake tayo, Chief. Go!
Huwag ka manggigil.
Sige lang, atake tayo. Sige, atake tayo.
I love what the assistant coach said. Huwag ka magigil kay Rose, ano?
Well, she did have a point. It looked a bit like a check, but referee's call stands, so that's life.
Part of the game.
Yep.
As I always say, referees don't have the benefit of the slow-mo like we do. Rojas.
Wow. Oh!
Wow, even Lady Luck is not smiling on Caballero today. Even something as simple as that, ano, hindi binigay sa kanya ng first referee yun.
The odds are against her.
Yeah, today, ano?
Well, FEU just down by 1, but still faced with set point here.
This is one of those... Tunay misjudged that one.
That was very, very tentative.
No other way to say it.
Yep.
Wala kang pagpiyansa eh. Pag tinalo mabilis, ma-block kami coverage. Yung ginawa mo, not over yun. Okay? Tiwala sa sarili, Judy. Okay? I-lead mo itong atake natin. One good receive. Okay? May combination tayo. Suportahan nyo ng coverage. Ngayon, pag atake nyo, nadepensahan nila. Balik agad para mga block na. Ha?
Going back to the basics of the game. This is tied at 24 all. I said it earlier at 23-21. UST can't sleep on FEU. They cannot be distracted if you're UST with what's happening on the other side. The injury, the substitution patterns. They cannot. They have to stay within what they have to do if you're UST.
And they have been playing well. It's just these last points.
Wow, Judy can't catch a break. Tunay popping it up. And a free ball for FEU. Giselle C. chooses Richelle Bagang.
Oh, good cover by Vargas.
Great recovery there. Lantin to Ortiz. Agno chases it.
Wow, that was what Coach Audrey was saying. Be aggressive. He was telling Ortiz, be aggressive. Own this.
Oh, a little bit of a cut shot, avoiding the block. What a beautiful cut shot. Didn't go straight into the block. It just angled to the left side of Eulalio. Too close to the net. She hung on too.
Net violation.
UST hangs on from being down a set and only able to score 13 points in the first set. They win the second. And they win the third to go up 2-1